Today we're going to go through a day in the life of the lawyer you know. I'm going to take you through my schedule, see what a normal day is at the office when I've got a bunch of different things, a bunch of different office work, a hearing, some other things. We'll go through the calendar, go through the schedule, so you can see what it's like to be me for a day. And this is just your average Tuesday. So let's take it. What am I trying to say? So it's just an average Tuesday. Let's see how it goes. We're here for a day in the life of the lawyer you know. Bright and early, we are here and ready to start the day. Let's get into the office and see what it looks like. Everyone's here, we're riding. Staff's ready to go. Getting back to my office to see what the calendar looks like and what's on the agenda for today. Every day, first thing we come in after we say hi to everybody, which I already did off camera, get to my office. Let's look at the calendar. We live and die by the calendar here. And it looks like today we have appointment reminders. So the first thing we've got today is a recorded statement. We got to prep with the client before the recorded statement actually happens. Recorded statement is what the insurance companies do at the beginning of every case. Both sides, plaintiff and defendant, insurance companies always ask for a recorded statement, but we only give the recorded statement to your insurance company as the client because there's a contractual obligation. When you sign up for your car insurance, you may not know this, but you agree to do a recorded statement if there is an accident. So because there was an accident, our client's going to do a recorded statement, explain how the accident happened, how he wasn't at fault, and explain the injuries he sustained. It's important to get prepped by your lawyer before the recorded statement because the insurance company can use that later. So we have got a recorded statement this morning. And then we have a settlement dispersal happening with one of our clients. We settled her case a little while back, got the check, got everything worked out. She is going to sign off on the settlement statement. A settlement statement explains where every dollar goes in your case, and we don't disperse the case until you sign the bottom of that settlement statement, which is just like a chart of accounts that shows money in, money out, where everything's going. So we've got that late morning. And then this afternoon, we've got a big Zoom hearing on a motion to compel and a motion for protective order on one of our big cases down in Sarasota. So it's nice. We're saving a lot of time doing that by Zoom today. So we'll jump back in for that. And then this afternoon, we have a telephone conference with opposing counsel. And throughout the day, I'm prepping for a mediation that I have coming up in about a week, because I'll be gone next week for Thanksgiving. So let's get to it. The recorded statement is done, and they're always looking for different angles in the recorded statement. The insurance company always wants to know something, whether it's about the injuries, the accident. In this case, the recorded statement was actually taken to the mother of one of our clients because he's technically a minor, and it was just a coverage issue. They wanted to make sure that the minor child lived in the mom's house, was her dependent, should be covered under her insurance policy. We got through it all well. They're going to cover him under her policy, so it went well. That thing is done. It was really quick, really easy. So now we're going to get ready to set up the dispersal for when our client comes in to sign off on anything as we continue to prep for the mediation, me along with my staff. Just finished up our client dispersal. Very happy. They're always happy at the end of the case. When they get their check, they get to sign off and realize all the misery of litigation in this injury case is behind them. She did compliment us on our new decor in the office, as everybody does. They love the table. Give you a quick shot of the table. And really what happens at the end of every case is the client gets to sign off on everything that happened. They get to sign off, see that all the medical bills and all the costs in the case get paid. They see exactly how much we make with our attorney's fees. They see exactly how much their net is for the pain and suffering and the future medical bills that they're going to need as a result of the injuries sustained in their case, so that their medical future is taken care of. Those bills are taken care of. They're not going to have this stress and worry on them. It doesn't take the pain away, but it does make dealing with it in the future a lot more manageable. So that's the next part of our day done. So the cool thing about having multiple lawyers in one firm is there's always something going on, and I think my dad is actually doing some depots by Zoom. Let's just open the door real quick and see. Have you started yet? Okay. So he's doing depots by Zoom in here today. He's got the iPad set up, and they're starting. You going all afternoon?
Yeah, should
Okay.
be.
All right, so stuff's happening. Always fun. Always keeping it rolling. Day in the life. Truthfully, I have no clue what's supposed to go in these videos, so we'll just put everything that's going on and see how it turns out. So one of the interesting things is that most days I'll have 4 or 5 appointments throughout the day like I have today, but I always have this work going on in the background that I'm constantly trying to focus in on, and sometimes there's a million interruptions with phone calls and other issues. But it's good. We get a new case, we get a new phone call, sign it up, talk to the client, meet with them, whatever it takes to sign that case. But it makes it hard sometimes to focus on what I'm trying to do, like prep for this mediation. In a car accident, that was actually there was one fatality and a broken neck of one of our clients. So it's a big case and it's a serious mediation, but the first thing we do is just get all the documents into a folder that I need to review to pick what I want to actually put in my presentation, which brings us to another weird thing about COVID. So we have these presentation programs on our iPad that are really cool that we use for these mediations, but we aren't able to use them right now because I haven't figured out how to share my iPad screen with this program working on Zoom during the mediation because it is a Zoom mediation. So I have to go back to old school PowerPoint because that's easy to share, and there's a lot less capabilities on PowerPoint than these other programs that we have. So it makes it more difficult to actually put together a really good presentation for mediation, but that's what I'm doing now. So we have all the documents set up. I'm putting them all together in a folder, and tomorrow I'll actually put together the mediation presentation. But it's a multi-step process because you have to go through all the medical records and bills, the photos, and actually this case we have security camera from a restaurant that saw this T-bone drunk driving collision where our client's car spins around. And it was an unfortunate case, but there's a lot to put into a mediation presentation. You talk about all the medical bills and treatment that they had, all the pain and suffering they've gone through, and what the future is going to look like for the family of the lost loved one and the family and person that did suffer a broken neck. So that's what we're looking at right now for our mediation preparation. And you'll see most of my day is spent right here behind my computer and just grinding away, reading, writing, researching. That's what lawyers do. Getting the presentation ready. So that's what we're doing between all of our appointments today, and we'll just continue to grind on this until the next call comes through. So as I look through my calendar every morning, one of the things I love to do is write down a to-do list on my iPad. I just write it down, start top to bottom, write down everything I want to get done for the day. It doesn't always get full completion. Actually, yes, it does. I always get everything done on my to-do list because I'm obsessive compulsive. So I don't put it on my to-do list unless I know I can get it done. So on today's to-do list is to disperse this client's case, get done with this recorded statement, get the mediation prepped to a point where tomorrow I come in and actually put the PowerPoint presentation together. That means get all the documents, photos, videos together in a file so that I can just put them into place tomorrow. So I'll be done prepping that mediation, and I'll do that throughout the day in between appointments. We're going to get this hearing done. The bottom of my to-do list, I always put one extra thing, which doesn't always get done, but is always a goal for every day, and that's either to get a case signed, get a demand out, or get a case settled. So we'll see if by the end of the day today we get that done. We are going to get a case dispersed, but that's not one of those 3 things that I always try to keep as a goal for every day. So we'll see what today brings. I'm starting my to-do list now. You already know what's on the calendar, but we're going to knock out a ton of other things as we go throughout the day. So every day is a little bit different. And while today I have a bunch of appointments and mediation prep going on, there are some days where we are wall-to-wall depositions, hearings, or in trial, obviously. And on those days, it's really hard to get anything else done. So when we have a day where we're almost fully in the office like I am today, we get a ton of things crushed. And right now we're dealing with one case we've settled and we're trying to get worked out at the end, but we have all these medical bills coming in and PIP didn't pay them appropriately, so we're running them back through PIP, and it's just kind of putting out fires, which will come throughout the day. And they throw you off on some of the other tasks that you're trying to accomplish as a lawyer, but the case isn't over when we settle it because we still have all these medical bills to deal with. We have all these costs to deal with. We have all the closing statements to put together, and we've got to go through that with the client at the end of the case to explain to them where every penny, not dollar, but every penny from their settlement, we've got to tell them where they go, where those pennies go, because it's their money, and we want to explain that it was used appropriately and everything is going to be covered and you're not going to have anybody coming after you at the end of the case. So it's really important. We're always putting out fires. We always have a new email or call that's going to cause another fire. So it's a normal thing lawyers do. We put out fires. We handle problems. We fix things. And we are not the type of lawyer that bills hourly. So you're not going to see me with a time clock, clocking in and out for each case, for each client, which I love. Our cases are for the most part contingency. So I do all the work I can to make the case as valuable as possible. And we get a percentage of that settlement. But that entails a lot of things from beginning to end, and the end is not when the case is settled, as is happening to us on a case today, but we're fixing it. So that's part of the job. One of the things we do all day long is take and make phone calls, sit on hold on conference calls, have people call to talk to us, then tell us to hold on. So I'll just be sitting here on the phone waiting for this person to come back for the next however long it takes. That's what we do. The new office has a ton of cool features that my old office didn't have, and I love it. It makes working so much more fun. And one aspect of that is the little putting green we have here in the office. Didn't used to have space for that in my old office, so I love taking a little mental health break, doing a little physical activity, not too much. It's a lot of fun to just hit some putts, clear my head, then get back into the next task. One of the cool things about my job is I go out to lunch almost every single day, whether it's a work lunch or go out to lunch with one of my partners. We can get a lot accomplished at lunch, but today is a busy day, so I'm eating lunch at my desk, and sometimes, like today, I will do some non-work reading. Today I'm reading a little exposition on the book of James. Helps me clear my head, not think about work for 30 minutes while I eat. Again, little breaks. Little breaks help a lot throughout the day. So I'm going to eat my food, read my book, and get back to the next task. So our hearing starts in about 30 minutes. And every day around this time, do something very important. It helps us be successful. And that's make my afternoon coffee. Not just any afternoon coffee, but a specialty iced coffee. Now, it's a secret recipe that includes some black cold brew. Can't tell you exactly how much I put in there because, like I said, secret recipe stays with me. And then some Starbucks, and that's it. That's the afternoon coffee. Now, it may look like a big jug. It's not all the way full. Have 2 a day. That's it. Not a ton of coffee. Just 2 a day. Keeps me rolling. Keeps the energy up. And again, at home, it's a little bit secret recipe because I put some protein, some muscle milk type of drink in there too, as my cream. You know, you got to get fancy with it. Got to make the coffee work for you. That's what I do. Coffee works great for me. Got to get ready for this hearing now. Another thing that happens just about every day, I don't even remember this stuff when I go through my calendar as it comes out, but because I'm trying to document everything that happens in a real day in the life vlog video for me as a lawyer, what I do on a day-to-day basis, we have checks come across my desk for costs. We have all sorts of different costs on cases. We pay for medical records. We pay for advertising from our marketing firm. We pay our WOW business internet. And the checks come across my desk. I have to review them. They come with the actual bills that we're paying as well. And we pay them. And that's another thing, another part of the day. Some riveting stuff here. Okay. One of our goals for today has been accomplished. Just signed a slip and fall case. Pretty good case. Someone going up the stairs at a hotel. There was something on the stairs that were slippery. They slipped, fell down the stairs, chipped their tooth, busted their elbow, shoulder, and back. So, it's a slip and fall case. We signed it. That's part number 1 down. Now I've got to work on getting a demand out or a case settled, and we'll see. If we can knock out all 3, that's the trifecta. But it's a good start. All right, so we're getting set up in Pete's office to do our hearing by Zoom, and while Corona has created some challenges, it has made some things easier. Got Pete here. He has set up the Zoom camera on his 3 screens. We'll be appearing in front of the judge in Sarasota from Clearwater here, which is nice. We don't have to drive all the way down there. We have our appropriate Corona Zoom attire on, where we are business on top, Party on bottom. It's the new way of life, you know? I mean, why am I going to come in a suit when all I have is a 45-minute hearing that I need to tighten up my tie for, and I can wear jeans and be comfortable the whole day, you know? But it doesn't come without its challenges, as we are actually having the parking lot repaved today. So we're dealing with a little noise issue here in Pete's office, and we'll see how it works out. But we should be fine, and everything should go smoothly, and the Zoom hearing will happen as planned. All right, so at the hearing today, we're arguing two motions. The first is a motion to compel, because this particular defendant and defense counsel is always either late or insufficient in the actual discovery documents that they produce to us. So this is, I think, the fourth or fifth, in this case, motion to compel that we've had to have a hearing on. We've won every single one. We've gotten sanctions and attorney's fees on a couple other ones. So basically, we're just asking for them to give us more documents that we're entitled to. They're objecting to them, and the judge is going to have to make a call. The second one is a little different. It's actually an objection and a motion for protective order because, and Pete's here doing them with me. So, you know, we are basically objecting to them, and we just want to put the judge on notice because they've done so many things to delay this case. We want to make sure that this is not one of them, and we need to be protected, that they're not going to try to use this to push the trial date, because we're getting close to a trial that's happening early in 2021, hopefully, fingers crossed, with Corona. But we don't want this new evaluation that they want, which is going to push a deposition, which is going to push some discovery deadlines. We don't want that to delay the trial. So we file a motion to put the court on notice again, so the court can make a determination as to whether or not they can get this evaluation, push the deposition, and make sure we still do it all before the trial, or if he's going to say you're stuck with the date that you have, which is coming up here in about 2 or 3 weeks, which is what we would prefer to keep the case moving. That's always our job in these cases, to keep it moving, especially with defendants like this that do things over and over and over again to completely and continually delay the case. So we're about to jump on Zoom here, join the court and defense counsel, and maybe we'll check back and let you know how it went afterwards. So we just finished the Zoom hearing. It was successful. We are getting the documents that we need and we feel we are entitled to. And the judge actually denied the second motion, so it was a technical loss, but he did force the defendants to get everything done in the time period we needed to not delay the trial, so we can hopefully get there in February of 2021, as long as Corona doesn't screw that up for us. Good job by you, Pete. He actually just stepped out. His chair is empty, but that's a wrap on our Zoom hearing today. Now let's go call some clients, see how they're doing. So one of my favorite things about this new office is this couch right here and my new office setup. I absolutely love it. At the end of the day, when about 5 o'clock rolls around, I can come and just lay on this couch and read all my emails that I missed while we were in the hearing and taking client calls. So now I can relax, finish my day, go through the emails, answer client emails, see if any catastrophes came through. But I did not have a couch like this to relax on at the end of the day, so I absolutely love it. It's my favorite spot. You'll always find me here after 5 o'clock. So if you're emailing me as a client, this is probably where I'm reading and responding from my iPad. So hopefully you guys enjoyed a day in the life of the lawyer you know, and you can see how lawyers' attentions pulled in every direction, putting out fires, dealing with a bunch of different cases every single day, doing different things, whether it be meeting with clients, settling cases, sending out demands, having hearings, doing depositions, whatever it may be. You saw it all here in just one day. I got everything done on my to-do list, even signed a case. And we did get one demand out too. I forgot to jump on here and explain that, but we did get one out today as well. We didn't settle any cases today, so hopefully we'll get one settled tomorrow. But it was a really successful day today. It was a productive day. Every productive day is a successful day. Every day you come in here and you work hard and stuff gets done. And it's the most fun job in the world. We get to help people. We also get to do a lot of fun things, build cases, look through things, and it's just fun. Wouldn't have it any other way. So hopefully you guys enjoy the day in the life, but I'm signing off now, and we'll be back next time. Some riveting stuff here. I don't know how you're going to edit this.